All right, this lesson is on creating new habits overnight. Um, you guys heard in my story of step one where it's like, man, I was dealing with anger, I was dealing with some fear of rejection, there's control and manipulation and insecurity. There's a lot of stuff going on that was kind of being revealed to me during that time, and my wife was like right in the middle of it, right? Because this was our relationship, and it was, the conflict and the tension was because of our relationship and the things that I was thinking. But what this lesson in particular is about is bringing your wife, bringing her into your story, bringing her into your transformation. And what I mean by that is, sharing this stuff, right? Sharing these things with your wife. It's going to build trust and it demonstrates vulnerability. We do a good job as men providing physically for our families. Our kids have clothes, they have food, our wives, they've got a home, they've got vehicle to drive, all these different things. But you know, what we're looking for is really not just sexual intimacy, but emotional intimacy and spiritual intimacy, and being vulnerable begins to demonstrate that. And so when you're ready, invite your wife into this process with you. It also creates a partnership for growth, and it opens the door for support and encouragement and accountability. If you really want to grow, you know, and overcome some of this stuff, it may be that you need a little additional accountability, and your wife can provide that. So there are 5 steps to help with creating new habits, like right away. One is draft the goal, right? Clearly define like what it is that you're wanting to change. You've been working through the Awaken worksheet, so you're already kind of doing these things. Two is share it with someone you don't want to disappoint. I didn't want to disappoint my wife, so I was kind of an open book with her. She was right in the middle of it because the tension was with her. Um, but I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm going to try and do. And then three is like list the habits to create, right? Break some of these things down into, action steps. For me, I had to stop, you know, thinking about sex all the time. I had to change the way that I touched my wife when I came home. I would usually come home and I'd give her a kiss and I'd squeeze her butt. I had to change that. I had to change actions because it triggered emotional and thought processes that would just kind of derail me. And so I had to put my hand on her back. I would still kiss her, and but there were things that I had to do differently. So list those things out. List the changes that you need to actually begin to do differently. The fourth thing is you can create a tracking system, right? I created this little tracker sheet. I didn't do this when I was going through mine, but it would have been helpful. I was very aware of what I was doing and what I was thinking and what I was saying. But this tracker sheet that I created, feel free to use that. It may just be an encouragement and a blessing to you. And then five, daily reflect each day of your progress is like, hey, how did I do today? And check in with your wife. How did you do? She'll give you some honest feedback as well. So take some time, work through this lesson. If the tracking sheet is a good fit for you, great. If you need to make a different one, make a different one. But I would encourage you to keep track of your progress because you are making progress, and you're gonna see the fruit and the results of that. So bless you guys, and we'll see you in the next lesson.